Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. Another day, another Tyson Fury retirement. So the WBC champion says, after saying he was coming back to the ring to fight Derek Chisora, he has again retired. But not only that, there's been a statement from Mauricio Sulaiman, WBC president. We'll cover that. Also, Tyson Fury has vacated the Ring Heavyweight Championship. And you might be asking, well, what about that WBC belt that he's holding there? And that's a question, because I haven't heard anyone say that yet. But we'll step through the different pieces of news and then a few thoughts, because it's hard to believe this. Apart from ardent Tyson Fury supporters, you have a situation where Tyson Fury changes his mind almost on a daily basis. Think about the week that we've just had. Tyson Fury saying that he was unretiring, going to fight Derek Chisora, going to give Chisora a payday, then saying that there was trouble with negotiation, flying to Iceland to have a face-off with Thor Bjornsson, and now we've got retired again, and that was on his birthday. So this was the post that he put out saying, massive thanks to everyone who had an input in my career over the years, and after long hard conversations I finally decided to walk away, and on my 34th birthday I say a bon voyage. Here's a few who made his special along the way, and then he lists a number of people. We're not going to go through that list. Moving on to Mauricio Sulaiman, so we'll play his clip here.
Good morning. I just had a beautiful video conference with Tyson Fury on his 34th birthday, and very proud of him. He has confirmed retirement to go out as a champion, as a family man with money, with a great future. That's a dream for anyone who is involved in boxing. We would like to wish Tyson Fury, his family, his team, the best, and may God bless him all the time. He's a great, great inspiration.
The thing that I didn't hear there or from Tyson Fury was that he's vacated the title. Remembering, we've been here, done that, got the postcard before on Fury retiring. And I don't mean the first time, I mean after the White fight when he so-called retired. He explicitly said when he was pressed on vacating the WBC title that he would use all the time that was available to him to vacate the belt. Also remembering recent statements from the past few weeks, months, saying that he would need $500 million to come back for Undisputed, that he'd fight Anthony Joshua for free at Wembley, all this sort of stuff. So we've got a lot of erratic behaviour. And Tyson Fury, let's face it, sometimes he says something and he changes his mind the very next day, sometimes the very next sentence. But the Ring magazine, which had Tyson Fury as its champion, he held the Ring belt, says that Fury has vacated the Ring Heavyweight Championship. So an article by Tom Gray saying that he reached out to Tyson Fury for confirmation that he was vacating his Ring Heavyweight Championship, and he answered in the affirmative. And that will be going out on the line, I should say, for Usyk Joshua, covering that off in a separate video. So it does actually have a couple of quotes here. The greatest moment of my career was winning the World Championship by outpointing Vladimir Klitschko in 2015, says Fury, who ventured to Dusseldorf, Germany, and outboxed the legendary Ukrainian over 12 rounds. There's the great comeback after that win, the 3 Deontay Wilder fights, then a lot of great highlights in my career, even the Dillian White fight in front of 94,000 at Wembley. It doesn't get much bigger than that, and I went out with a bang. Remembering this is all set against the background of the rematch between Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk in Saudi Arabia for 3 of the 4 major sanctioning belts in a week's time. So you also have to question, with all this flurry of activity from Fury, not only on his birthday claiming to be retired again, but also with all the stuff going to Iceland, also with the Derek Chisora stuff, announcing he was unretired. Is he just trying to get some attention and take some shine away from that fight, have the attention on me, saying, don't forget about me because I'm the WBC champion, and he claims to be the greatest of his generation, remembering as well that he's talked about potentially fighting for Undisputed, and now, a week before the three belts are going to be on the line to establish who he could potentially face for Undisputed, he's saying he's done for good. And given he's just retired allegedly a few months ago, I think a lot of people are just like, yeah, whatever, Tyson Fury. And his father quoted on TalkSport saying, if Joshua gets the win, then it's all to play for, isn't it? Even I'd want Tyson to do that. I'd pressure him to do that. In Usyk, why not? He can beat both of them at a canter. So why not? Obviously, this here is a graphic from Fury, his 34th birthday. Frank Warren wishing him all the best, etc. And you have Fury here, who's been in Joseph Parker's camp. And maybe this is sort of a logical step for his next stage of his life and boxing career, or related to boxing, potentially training. But you have to step back and go, Tyson Fury, is he really retired? It's hard to know because he changes his mind so often. He's so erratic. Sometimes he just outright lies. So it's hard to really know if this is legitimate or not, especially 1 week out from his main rivals in the heavyweight division right now going to fight. It does smack of trying to take some attention and shine away from that. But also people will say, well, so close to undisputed, and if he does retire and he is good to his word, which we're questioning, but if he is good to his word, then obviously he was so close to undisputed. He will say he is undisputed, and he has said that before, that he's owned all 4 belts, but not at the same time. And I think many people would say this generation of Tyson Fury is retired for good. It's never quite been sorted out who is the kingpin, the big dog, because Tyson Fury, Joshua, and Usyk never fought, and obviously Deontay Wilder and Fury had that trilogy, but there's still a couple of questions. Right now he's out in front, but obviously if Usyk beats Joshua again and then goes on to become undisputed champion, the first in a generation, that will overshadow some of Tyson Fury's accomplishments to some degree. Or if Joshua ends up beating Usyk and somehow becomes undisputed, same thing again. So you'll have questions for time immemorial if Fury is gone for good. But the question is he? Because he does talk so much rubbish. He does, he just said in the last week he's coming back to fight Chisora. He's on a plane to Iceland and now on his birthday retires. But we haven't heard the crucial thing of, has he vacated the WBC title? Because that's when I will truly believe he is retired. How about you? Drop a comment loud and often, hit like, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.